I think so. Yeah.
Sir, one
Yes. Yes.
related to doubt one thing.
Yeah.
Sir,
Yeah.
to find the zeros, we have a 1, 2, 3 method, like using the square method, directly the formulas. So we can use directly the formulas.
Yeah. You can use both.
Hello.
Hello, hello. Yeah, yeah. So, sorry. So you can just use both, but the thing is that when it becomes more complicated, when equation becomes more complicated, right? Then you can just use the formula because it
Yeah, sir, because sometimes that the squaring method becomes more tough and it takes more time. So it's better we can use the formula, right?
yes, it's best we use formula, but sometimes that we can not use formula. It takes some time. Then if the question is easy, then it takes less time in completing the scale formula. That's also fine.
Okay, sir. Got
Yes, yes, yes. So just wait. Mm. So should we go to the first topics, right? Or if any question you can ask me after that. Okay. So let's first understood the what's a quadratic functions, right? So you know all the polynomials. What is a polynomial? So if it's like you don't know anything else about week 2, then I will also discuss it. Okay, if anyone has making understood it like Greek or like it's not understood to you, then you can ask me in between. Okay, we will discuss from very basics. So like first of all, let's discuss about this. I'm audible, right? So let's discover what is a quadratic function. So it's just a polynomial. So what is a polynomial? Can somebody tell me, please? What's a mathematical definition of polynomial? Yes.
Polynomial is a mathematical expression that consists of numerous mathematical terms added together.
Yeah. And then the layman's term, what's the difference? Like, just tell me that.
I don't know. I don't remember like the layman's term.
Okay, okay, just wait. So, so that's the actually different topic we will discuss in the week fourth. Okay, maybe you don't have watched the lectures of week 4. So just a layman's perspective is like polynomial is one kind of mathematical expression which says that it's a sum of several mathematical terms, but in mathematical terms it says that it's an algebraic expression in which only arithmetic is just every arithmetic like addition, multiplication, subtraction, and exponential. Okay, these things we can do, right? So it's just like that. So let me just so that's the topic in week 4. Okay, so now let's discuss about quadratic function. So everybody know what's a quadratic function, right? So just wait. So this is a quadratic function, right? Starting from ax square plus bx plus c, right? That's fine for all of you. And what are this is a quadratic function. Okay, any this is a polynomial, right? So quadratic function is just a some part of the polynomial function. So it's a subset of the polynomial function. Okay, so this is a quadratic function which is starting with any x square And if I say to just this thing, right, bx plus c, so this is a just linear polynomial or linear function, right? That's fine because it's the x raised power 1. If I say to if I also included here dx cube, right, then it's come to known as a cubic polynomial, right? Is that fine for all of you, right? So I think so it's fine, right? So now let's say if now let me come not just share my screen. So let's just say a quadratic term is like when like how can we visualize it in graphs? Okay, quadratic terms means it's just so let me go to Desmos and visualize you how to define a quadratic. How can we visualize it? Just wait. So like let me draw x cube or x square, right? Oh, and let me draw to 2x plus c. So linear function is just straight line. Any we can write it here. Any a and b could be anything else, right? So similarly, if we write x cube, right? So there is a very lot of difference between a term have term called cubic and polynomial, right? So cubic is just first come like this, first come go to that, then again come to back, just it has only. So how can we say that it's a cubic function? Because it has a when we take derivative of it, when we take slope of this, it becomes 0, 2 points, right? At this point slope becomes 0, at this point slope becomes 0. Only if quadratic function slope becomes only at 1 point. Okay, that's the only difference. We can figure it out. So everybody familiar with these terms, right? What is a slope? It means this is slope, right? Like let me draw another thing for you. Just wait. Okay. Okay. So this is a slope, right? This is always slope. Where when we take its direction, so that's you don't have to just if you are not comfortable with derivatives, so then you will visualize it after that if you know what is the slope. I think so you already know that what's the slope in week 2, right? So this is a yes. If there are two slopes which having a derivative 0, right? Then it's quadratic functions. This is how we visualize it. So now let's be just that's the only thing. So constant term we can just visualize it simply. It's only constant. It's not behaving. It's not changing actually. Like x equals to 2 only. It's not changing. Linear term, that's a quadratic term. So it's just don't confuse with this. This is not a constant term. It's just saying to C. Okay, it's not. It's line to C. So that's a ax square is a quadratic term, bx is a linear term, and c is a constant term. Okay, so that's the only thing. So graph of a function is called a parabola. So everybody know what's a parabola, right? So this is a parabola, right? This is a parabola, and if we do it to the negative side, downside, then it's also parabola. Okay, this is also parabola. So this is never. Let me ask you a question. So this parabola is this. Parabola is this. We can define it like this, also like this. Okay, and we can also define parabola like this as well as this. So just tell me which of these four parabolas are relations and which are functions. I hope everybody are comfortable with the topics of relations, right? Relations and function. Just let tell me what's the here in the four diagrams. Which of the following are functions? Just tell me that only. Which are functions?
The first two are the functions.
Yes, and
And maybe the relations.
this one, right? Actually, this one, right? This is what?
Yeah, maybe the relation.
Yeah, they are relation. How do we say that it's a relation? We do. I told you, right? We told vertical test line, right? We already told you if vertical test line, like we draw vertical lines. Okay, we draw here also vertical lines. If it like only just only don't consider that one time. Only consider only one thing, right? Like I want to say that just consider only one thing. Okay, then do vertical test. And for checking this particular, and you have to again do a vertical line test. Okay, if it just touches with two, it's called as relation. If it touches with the, like this is our parabola, right? If it touches with the only one point, then it's vertical line. Then it's known as the function only. So that's the difference. You have to know that, right? So let me just don't confuse you. So let me just draw this line, right? So this is, if we make a vertical line, then it must draw at one point. But here, it meets at 2 points. So it can't be a function. It must be a relation. But in the case of this, only this. Okay, we are only taking the lower part because that's how we define the function, right? So only it only touches with only one point. Okay, in the graph. So this is a function. Means one input has a only one output. It can't have two outputs. It's all it can't it then it's not known as the relation. So it's known as relation, not known as the function. If one element has two outputs. Okay, so like consider the case, like when function is like any machine. You can consider any machine where you can just put your input and you will get output. If you get from one input, you get how you can get from inputting like sugar cane. You get also you also get by doing the same procedure, doing the same function, you can't get sugar as well as salt, right? This is not possible from sugarcane, right? Because uh, one input can't give us two outputs. Okay, so that's another relation. You may have a relation with your sister as well as your big brother, right? Okay, this is your relation, right? So relation can be from one person to two or anything else, but function is like whatever you put into machine. What's its function? Means what it do for you. Like if it is cutting, then it must cut. It can't be like it can't do malleability thing, right? So like any sheet we are like in many machine, if we are doing only malleability, then it can't do ductility, right? So malleability means making the sheets, and from the like element, like let's suppose iron and let's suppose silver, you are only supposed to make malleable from one particular machine. And if you make it from its wires, then there's another machine. So every machine has a different function. So that's the difference between functions and relations. Okay, so here the parabola may be relation. So parabola may be relation or a function. So if it's like this or downward, then it's known as the function only. So we are only dealing with the functions. Okay. So always, if a question comes that every parabola is a function, right? Every parabola is a quadratic function. You should say no, because this parabola I have told you, right? It's a horizontal test. Sorry, vertical test line. It contradicts that. Okay, it contradicts with that it's a function, because it says that it passes with the two. It gives us two for any given input. Let's say this is our input, right? This is our x. This is our x. This is our x. For any given output, how could we get two y's? This will never. This thing can never be happen, right? So only this is the thing. So you can't get this is if you cut at 2 points, it can't be a function. It must always be a relation. So I hope you got till this point, right? So let me proceed further. Let me go to further, right? So let's just solve the questions now. Okay. So everybody knows the difference between relations and functions, right?
So is this session getting recorded or what?
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Nahi, like what are you saying?
I'm asking like, is this session getting recorded?
Yeah, yeah, it's getting recorded. I also recorded the previous session, which is uploaded on my YouTube channel.
Yeah, can you please add me to the like space like there
Oh,
is a there will be some group, right?
okay, okay. I will add. I will add to you today.
Yeah, and I'll inform the previous mentor that I'm joining the morning classes.
Okay, okay, okay. That's fine.
Thank you.
So now, have you comfortable with this? Like how to draw? So for drawing a graph, what you need, you can just draw it like this, like putting any x value. Like you put here, you can put here x equals to -2. Okay, -2 square 4, right? Plus 2 into -2 minus 4. 2 minus 2, no, 2, 4 minus 4 equals to 0 plus 1. So answer of -2 must be 1. So you can do it like this. Putting -1, you will get 0. -1, 1, and -2 plus 1. So this is how you get 0, right? So this is how you draw function, like draw its, yeah, graph, draw its graph, right? So now let's come to the most important point. So it's the very important property of quadratic function. So can you please somebody tell me like what's the properties of if I draw a quadratic function? What property it has? Like this. Okay, okay, okay. Let me just erase it. This is not a function. So let me just draw this function. Uh, so what's the property of a quadratic function? I think so. You all have watched the lectures, right? So just tell me somebody, please.
So with the quadratic function, in every point we have the leaves row.
Yeah. Somebody else.
But in the
Somebody else, please. Actually, okay, okay. Anybody else?
Quadratic function, we have an axis of symmetry,
Yeah, yeah.
which is a mirror. Like from that point, we can form a mirror image between both of the axes, and it has a vertex of parabola, which are the points by which we can draw the graph after getting the coordinates of y and x axis.
Okay, okay. So what's the like vertex? Like vertex of a parabola. Is it vertex? Yeah.
Vertex of parabola is the point at which the axis of symmetry intersect the parabola.
Okay, 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 okay. Yeah, that's fine. So yeah, axis of symmetry is where like vertex is the point. So like what is a y-intercept? And y-intercept and the yeah y-intercept.
It is the point where the line cuts the y-axis.
Yeah, it cuts the y-axis. So how can we find that?
Like the c term in the quadratic function, like ax square plus bx plus c, the c term is the usually the y-axis, y-intercept.
Hmm, I think so.
we can put x is equal to 0, so we can
Yeah,
directly find.
yeah. You can just put x equal to 0 and you will get that. Okay, okay. So so you can if ax square plus bx plus c, right? You can put x equal to 0. You will get only c. C as the output. Okay, nothing else. So c is our y-intercept always. So and like in the like you were saying that vertex, right? This is let's say this is a vertex, right? And what's the point of this vertex? Where it is the axis of symmetry. Like if any other like we draw like this, right? This is our parabola, right? We can draw also like here. Okay, it's not mandatory. So the axis of symmetry is this. Okay, and then this is a vertex, right? This is fine, right? And what's the coordinates of this? X and Y are what? How you can relate? Let's say I, I'm saying you. This is the equation of your quadratic function ax square plus bx plus c, right? So So how you can say that? What are the vertex point? Okay, this point is what? This point. How can you write it?
Vertex point will be like minus b upon 2a.
Yeah, but how you can say that minus b upon 2a? Is there any method to find that?
Don't know that.
Okay, okay. So there is a method, but that's a derivative. I have to see that. But you have to just remember that. I will get into that. So just write that minus b upon 2a, and how you can find y, right? So if you get x, then you can easily find the y by putting into the equation, right? So this is what you get. So y is less, then it's no either known as the minima or either known as the maxima, if like this. So then this point is vertex point, which is it is either maxima or either minima because it's the lie on the either like upper side or either lower side, right? If the this is, then it's a maxima. If this is the right, then it's a minimum. So I will let me just tell you what are the like other properties, like if like ax square plus bx plus c is given to you, and if a is greater than 0, if a is alone greater than 0, then you just need to look at like the function as it must be like this. Okay, it can't be like this. That's fine. So it's just the properties of this. So and this point is this x point. Okay, x point means from here, from 0 to this, so it must be minus b upon 2a, right? So minus b upon 2a. Okay, then you can easily find the value of y also, which is in the case of a equals to a is greater than 0. If you put in x in the equation, x means which is the point of minima here, right? It must be point of minima minus b upon 2a. If you put this here minus b upon 2a, then you will get your y, some y, right? So this is your point of this is your minima, right? This is a minimum value. Okay, and the point where it is I think so it's a minima, right? Point is called as minima. The minimum value is for you get where you find the y, right? Okay, this is a point for minima, and you value you get is minimum value. Okay, this is a minima, right? Where you get the minima. This is a point where you get minima. So that's the only thing. So in the case of this, this you get same thing, right? At the point of this minus b upon 2a, so you will get a maxima, right? Right, and the value you get that y is equals to known as y is not known as the maxima. It is known as the maximum value. Okay, maximum value, and this is known as the maxima, right? So I hope you know the difference between these. Because this is the maximum. Okay, like let's suppose you draw like this. It must be the maximum point. Okay, maximum value of y. So maximum value is this maximum value, right? So this is a maximum value. This is a point of maxima. Okay, this is a point of maxima. Point of maxima. So that's fine. So I think so. Let me just. Are you all comfortable with these topics, right? Or if you have any doubt, you can ask me, right? So now here, like we have to just draw its graph, right? How can you draw its graph? So you don't have to always write every point. Like for drawing the graph, you just need its vertex point. One thing you need is a vertex point. How you can like in this function, what's a vertex point? Just tell me. Minus x square plus 1 minus x square plus minus x square plus 1. What's a vertex point here? So you can draw the graph, and how the graph looks like, this type or this type, this from the given definitions which I which given knowledge which I told you earlier, right? So just tell me, how can we draw its graph? So by just looking at the equation only. Just tell me, please, somebody else. If this is a equation given to you, okay, okay. So I am not sharing your tab. Okay, okay, okay. So if this is the equation given to you, then how can you draw its graph? Is it like this graph based on the previous information, right? Which I already given you. How the graph look like? Okay, just tell
It's
me.
a downward opening parabola as a is less than 0.
Yeah, a is less than 0. A is like in the x, right? So if this is negative, so you have to draw like this. But how can you draw? Where you draw? Like you can also draw it like here. You can draw it here. You can draw here also. How can you
So
define
we'll
this
find
point?
the axis of symmetry like minus v upon 2a.
Yeah, you can
After that, we'll
you can
put the
find
value
the,
of
yeah, yeah. So what's the axis of symmetry here? Just tell me. What's the vertex?
like b is 0, so the axis of symmetry will be 0.
Yeah, so it will be 0, and so you can also put you can also have to find both points, right? Sorry, x and y. Okay, so if b is 0 means like this is a point for maxima, right? So you can put here, okay, 0 here, and you will get 1. So you get 1, so you have to draw here, okay. So this must be your vertex, right? Because you have to know only this point, okay. So if like this is a 0, minus b upon 2a we find like this, and if we put minus b upon 2a here means minus b upon 2a is 0, so you can put 0 here, you will get 1, right? So this is your vertex of which is a maxima here because it's a downward parabola. So then another thing you what you need is basically y intercept. What's a y intercept? So y intercept is just here 1, right? So that's not needed to solve this question. So just let me go to, so axis of symmetry is this. So you know that the axis of symmetry, so it must be, so this is a just a symmetry point, right? So it must be symmetrical to this, but symmetrical to this, but we know that it's we are drawing the quadratic, so it must be a quadratic function, right? So this is how you draw its graph, okay. So then you can also do something else. 2 point actually, to draw a graph you need 3 points. You need also this point. When you make y equals to 0, when you make y equals to 0 means here the y is 0, right? On this axis, x axis, right? Because y is 0, you're not here, you're not here, right? You're on the line, on this line. So y is 0 means you can find the points of x where it cuts. So when you solve this equation, you will get x square equals to 1, right? So you have to find also y-intercept as well as the x-intercept, where it actually, to just draw a graph, you need a vertex, which is axis of symmetry point, and you need x-intercept, and you need a y-intercept. Just only 3 points you need. So x square equals to 1, right? So if you make it here, it will come out as minus x square, come here as x square, right? So x square equals to 1. So x must be plus minus 1, right? So you can't say this is a point of 2, right? Because this is how we draw its graph. So this is very very important in solving the questions of quadratic function, okay. So if you don't know how to solve a, like any I would say any any method of maybe you don't know about how to approach how to solve a quadratic function, then you can just draw its graph and visualize it, okay. That's the thing only you have to do. So here x is plus minus 1, okay. So if you put x plus, then you will get always 0 because it's the point where you get 0, right? So it is 1 comma 0, and here it is minus 1 comma 0, right? So this is how you draw a graph, right? So I hope you everybody know this, right? You all have watched the lectures, so this is what you have to do. Now the next thing is so this must be symmetrical. So we have draw like here by making our 3 points, right? then you have to just make it like this. It must be symmetric to both sides, symmetric to the vertex. So that's how you can draw the graph. So I hope you understood this, right? Mm. So now what's the maximum and minimum value? So it says that if a is greater than 0, means we have to draw a graph like this. So it must be minimum, right? Opens up and has a minimum value. If a is less than 0, it must be a maximum value. Okay, so this must be maximum value at our vertex point, right? So that's how. This is just notations to say to how its range. Its range must be from minimum to infinity, right? It's range from minus infinity to just maximum, right? It can't exceed its maximum value. So this is how. So you have to just draw like determine the max minimum or maximum value. If so, what's the value, right? Here in this question you can do like a is equals to 1 given to you, b is equals to minus c given to you, and c equals to 9 is given to you. So first of all you have to find its vertex, right? What's a vertex here? Just x square minus 6x plus 9. Just tell me. X square minus 6x plus 9, right? What would be the vertex?
3 will be x coordinate.
3 will be x coordinate, yeah. Because
After
it's,
putting the value of a
yeah,
in the equation, we get the y.
yeah, this is easy, right? So minus 6 upon 2a, right? So this is what you have to do, minus b upon 2a. B is minus 6. So this is 6 by 2, which is 3, right? So I hope you got it. So if you put 3 here, which you get 3, this value, right? 3 here, you will get 9, 9 minus 6 into 3, which is 18, right? Plus 9, which is 0. So you get 0, your point where, so 0 is the point of y, right? So it must touches to the this. So y must it must touch to the x-axis because y is 0, so it must be lies any between here, anyone here. So but x is 3, right? So you have to just make its vertex here. So one more thing which you need is its y-intercept. So I told you you need everything else. So you need just these three things: y-intercept, x-intercept. Here, what is the x-intercept? X-intercept where it touches. So it's just we are already found in the vertex point. So you have to find the y-intercept. When you say that x equal to 0, x equal to 0 here, y-intercept means x equal to 0 there, right? So here, like when you put like I'm not sure. So now if you figure it out the vertex. Now you want to if you want to draw its graph, you need also y-intercept. How you define y-intercept? Is you just need to put x equal to 0 because here x equal to 0, x is 0, right? So then you can find only y-intercept. Okay. So x equal to 0, so you get 9. So this is what you get. So this is how you draw a graph. Okay. You can't draw a graph any like passing from any point from y. So you have to just make these things only a vertex, y-intercept as well as the x-intercept. These 3 points by which you can draw the graph, right? Afterwards you can just take its axis of symmetry. If this is symmetrical to this, and you also have to need how much we go from here to here, here to here. So you get 9 here. So this is how you draw. This is very simple, right? It's not complicated, I think so. So if you have any doubts in any other questions, I think so this is easy. This is also how you just very simple question. Have you doubt in this question? Or now let me just explain from first of all, then we will come to questions, right? So slope of a quadratic function. What's the slope of a quadratic function? Just tell me, somebody please.
2ax plus b.
2ax plus b, right? So yeah, so it's just we're taking its derivative. So every I think so maybe those from not science background don't know about derivatives, right? So like here, so in this graph, Slope is like let me just tell you what is the slope. First of all, slope is like this. At every point, what its direction. So here slope is this. Okay, here slope is this. Here slope is this. So the tangent at every point is known as the slope always. Okay, so this is a slope at this point only. So at this point its direction is different. Okay, so slope means what's the direction of it. Okay, so in the quadratic equation, if you okay, so slope if when slope is zero, then you get only minimum and maximum point in the case of quadratic, right? So you know that at a maximum or minimum slope is zero, right? So at this point also it's a maxima, so its a slope is zero because direction is at this point, which is a vertex, it must be zero. So direction is on the x-axis, so it must not be tilted with. Okay, so let me just, so everybody know what's a slope, right? It's just we are taking its derivative, 2ax. So x square will becomes 2x when we take its derivative, and x becomes just 1. So the formula we use for making the derivative. So if let's say we want to find the derivative of x square, only x square we have given. So this is a formula. Okay, you have to use. You have to look at if you take its derivative, then what's the formula for it? It's just so everybody knows that already, or I am just teaching you without any. Uh, yeah, everybody knows that. Familiarize with this top derivative. Okay, if anybody is not, I think so. All are familiar with this, right? Okay, okay. So don't need to tell this. So I think so. Then you can just simply ask your doubts. Slope is just a derivative at that point. Okay. So that's the slope at every point. So this is slope at every point, right? Slope at 0 and this. So slope of x square is always 2x because you use the previous formula. X raised power n means n into x raised power n minus 1. So n comes here. So 2x. So you can look at it. So so slope of a quadratic function. So this is very easy. So now, what's the topic? You can ask your doubt in any topic, right? So I will. I think so. Lectures are enough to maybe you see. Now the main problem maybe lies in the quadratic equation, solving the quadratic equation, right? What is the zero of a quadratic equation? How you solve it? Solving the factoring and all these things, right? Mm. So everybody know this particular method, completing the square. Yeah, you can just ask.
How to apply this method. I know how to solve it by factoring and by quadratic formula. Sometimes I make mistake in this completing this method.
Okay, okay, okay. So I think so. Completing the square is really easy. So let's say you want to solve this particular equation. You are given that x square plus let's say 6x, right? Everybody knows that a plus b whole square formula, right? So let's say uh, you are given this equation 9. Let's say how you can approach this question. One easy way is using it's not maybe completing the square. There is another method also. First of all, let's discuss that. Yeah, that's a factorization method. But so let's just look at what's a factorization method. So it's just l- anybody solve this question. Uh, Tell me, I will solve. Yes. So I think so. I want to again tell you, like professors are telling us that you don't have to solve. You have to ask to your mentees to solve it, right? So this is how you interact with me, right? So you have to make it interactive session, not just like I'm teaching you, you are listening to me. Because there are other lectures already available which you can already refer, right? But here I am making you solve the questions, okay, building you to solve the problems and bring out your logic there, right? So you have to think about that. So just tell me how to approach this question, how you approach, just tell me first.
The factors like x plus 6x minus 9 equals 0. Then we'll take the 6x. So it will be x square minus 3x minus 3x minus 9 equals 0. Then we'll take the highest factor, the common factor between them, and
Okay,
then we'll go accordingly.
so is it solvable by using the factorization method? How you can find, how can you then solve it? Anybody else, please?
Because the sign are not say functioning accordingly.
So if here it is plus, then it's solvable, right? Because we can factor, first of all we have to factor 9, right? How can you this is a minus 9, okay? So minus 9 only comes when you multiply 3 into minus 3. Is there any other method? So you can only do that. So you have to factor this accordingly that. But how can you factor, how can you just split 6x to two terms so that one is plus 3x, one is minus 3x? That can't be possible. If both are 3, then we will not get 9, right? Then we will get plus 9 when we multiply it, right? So this is how you factorize it. So this can't be solvable by factorization method. So there are a lot of drawbacks of using factorization methods. So that's why we, hey, but it's solvable with the completing the square method. That's you can solve. Just tell me anybody how to solve, how to approach like completing the square method. Yeah, yeah. How to solve this question using completing the square method. This is your question. What you can do further. Just break your mind. Think so. So everybody knows that what's the formula for a plus b whole square, right? Just tell me, somebody, please. Yeah. So like here in this, we have to use that formula only, or either a minus b whole square formula. Okay. So a plus b square formula is this, right? So it just says a square plus 2ab plus b square, right? This is a formula. So that's fine. And then you have to just split it like this. You know that you want to find this. Okay, if you get that, then you can easily find. Okay, answer. So let's just keep it like this. This is a question given to us, right? How you can so this part you have given, right? You have to split it. You have to make this part. Okay, a plus b whole square. So what's the a here? X here, right? And what's b? No, no, it's not 6.
It will be 3 because 2 into
Yeah. So a lot of times we only know this part. Okay. We are approaching this part. How can you define this part? So for that purpose, how you can take B? So you have to take B from this second part because second part is 2AB, right? So, like from this, we have to go there, right? We know that a square plus 2ab plus b square is this, but we already only know that a square plus 2ab. So a is x square plus 6x means a is there, x is there means a is there, right? So because a is x. So and 2 into, we can split into like this, 2 into x into 3, 2 into x into 3, right? That's fine. So now can you relate this from this formula? You can relate a x here, right? Then how you can relate to x a? So you can relate b equals to 3. Okay, that's the thing only you can do, right? So now you have to, you know that b equals to 3. That's fine. Then what the thing you have to do, right? In the next step, just tell me how you can make from this to like this, so that you can go to this ua plus b whole square. What you write here, what you add here in this case, this part
9.
9, right? But you can't write only 9 here plus 9 here, so you have to also, for making this plus 9 over here, you also have to make plus 9 here, right, in order to balance the both sides, right?
Yes.
So this, don't confuse this 9 with this particular 9 which we are adding, because maybe here we have given 10, right? This is not. So like you should, some people are like confused with like why you don't make it a minus 9 and then just solve it. So because that's not the part, that's the another part. Okay, okay, so like
Then better we can write +9 -9 in
yeah,
the left hand side itself, and then
yeah,
make it that
no, no,
the
no, no.
next.
No, that's not the right path you have to do. But because then you have to add plus 18 in order to making minus 9 to plus 9. So that's very, very confusing thing. Okay, so you have to just do one step. Okay, after this, figure it out B, and just add it. Add its square, right? B is 3, and just add square both sides. It doesn't changes our equation, because if we say 2 equals to 2, like then 3 equals to 3 is just same, right? You are adding both side 1 1, right? It doesn't changes our equation, right? That's fine for all of you, right? So you're saying this
Yeah.
is equal to, you add both sides 9 and 9. It doesn't change your equation. You don't have to just change your equation. So then you can, now you can write splitting it like this. Here you can write 18, right? How you what you can write here? Just tell me.
A plus B whole square.
Now what is the a plus b here? A and b.
X plus 3.
whole
Yeah,
square.
x plus 3 whole square. So this is how you find. Okay. So now I think so. It's not a, it's not hard to solve the next part. You can easily solve the answer, right? If you separate it like this. So Just tell me what to do next. How you can get x from here, right? You are given x plus 3 whole square equals to 18.
We can take a square root.
Square root, right? From both sides. So what's the square root of 18? Okay. So what's the square of 18 you can write?
3 root 2, no?
Yeah, 3 root 2, that's fine. 3 root 2 and plus
Plus or
3 minus 3. Yeah, plus minus. So sorry. This must be plus minus. Yeah. So plus
minus.
minus. Yeah. So this must be plus minus. So I hope it comfortable with all of you. So it doesn't look like Greek to all, right? To anyone else, is it fine? What we have done so far, right? So that's fine. So if again, if somebody don't understood, you can ask, right? I think so. You all are fine with this topic, right? So so that's the answer of it. This is how you do your completing the scare. So are you comfortable with this topic? You can easily solve like maybe completing this scare applies to every part, right? Where you can define, because you only have to know that what's a xk plus 2ax, right? So if let's suppose if 2ax is not given, only x square is given, means b is 0, right? Then you can neglect that point. Then x square is just simple. That's not part of our. So this is how you can solve easily question. Lot of questions can be solved through completing the scale, but not all solvable from the factorization method, because here factor is x is, how can you find 3 under root 2 minus 3? You can do that here, but that's very complicated to think, right, to figure out which factors. So here you can define easily, like one factor is here, x equals to then you can tell me what are two factors you get. Here it is known as the x intercept, right? Zeros, x intercept also known as the zeros, means where y equals to 0. Okay, that's fine for all of you. So when you put x that, then you will get this, because overall this is a quadratic equation. You have to equate it to 0. You have to find such x which is known as zeros, so that it becomes y, whole equation becomes 0. So we say x is zeros, x is our zeros, right? So this is how you find. So x is, one side is 3 under root 2 minus 3, one is minus 3 under root minus 3, and there are x, there are two x intercepts, means two zeros. Okay, where you find this. So that's the only like doubt you have today so far, right? So should we go to activity questions, or like we will just not take this concept like that? So you have to ask your doubts, so then I will just look at those concepts. Okay, I will tell you those concepts where you have doubts. I will just explain that. Okay, if all you are comfortable with these basic things, like in the notes, you can refer to that. Or lectures are must to lectures are, I think so, explainable, right, to you. But I always encourage you to look at the TA sessions also, because this mentor mentee session, you see that there are only few person comes, so you can ask your doubts every topic in details, right? So and you have to just ask your problem. So this is how I tend you make your attendance. Okay, if you don't ask your doubts, okay, just speak for 2 or 3 minutes. Okay, that's fine, at least 2 or 3 minutes. So this is how I tend you. You don't have to tend every like till the whole end. You have to just ask your doubts, and maybe that before ending the session you can go, because I will just take your attendance. So nobody is going to take attendance like this. Okay, so I have to take only tenders. So this is, you have to know. So you have to just ask your doubts. This is just a way you ask your doubts. I will not explain every part of it, because at that, because you have to, for making every part comfortable with, you need daily lectures, okay, which TA sessions and lectures are already given to you. So you can just prepare within 2 days, Like there are 2 to 3 days gap, like 2 days gap between Wednesday session and Saturday session, and Sunday session is there's no gap. Okay, so then you can prepare your doubts. Okay, in between 2 days. So this is that's why they have just take the gap, right? Given the gap between them, so you have to just ask the question. If any like anyone have like a doubt in any of the graded assignment, so let me just go to that. So have you all solved the activity questions? Like which part you have doubt?
Haven't gone through the questions so far right now.
Okay, okay. So shall we? Should we go to like week two? If somebody is not comfortable with week two, everybody knows the week one, right?
Yeah, there was a question in week 2, 2.5.
Okay,
Actually, I'm a
okay,
bit confused in the options, if you can tell me.
okay, okay,
Question number 4, actually.
okay, okay. Through which of the points do the lines of slope zero pass? So slope
Yeah, so I'm
zero,
confused with the option 2 and 3.
I think so. It passes from slope zero, right? Okay. Is there any other question?
No.
I think so. This is the answer, right?
Answer is like all 4.
Yeah, because what is mean by slope four? Slope zero.
Yeah.
Slope zero means like let me just go there. So slope zero means this is a point, right? So this is the line. Sorry, this is x-axis. Sorry. So let me draw the graph. So this is also at a slope zero,
Yeah.
right? So at this is
Parallel
all
to x-axis.
parallel to x-axis. Any line parallel to x-axis. So it's all points, right? So no points is remaining, right?
Hmm.
You can draw infinity lines like this. You can say any point must be lie in that, right? So it's a parallel to x-axis.
No,
So
here like my
so
confusion is like all the lines will be like parallel to x-axis only.
not no, no, that's the different thing. But every point is parallel to x-axis. Every point, like
Can't
choose,
it be vertical lines?
yeah, vertical. No, no. Let me tell you, vertical line is there like this. Vertical line like this. Okay, but the thing is that they are saying to you what the point at which uh, slope is
Say for
zero.
example, let's take the first example 0, comma 0. So
Yeah,
that will be the origin, right?
yeah. That's also, yeah. That's origin, right?
Yeah, that's origin.
So that's also slope zero, right? You can also like there are different possibilities. You only can't say that a horizontal line, or you can also say this line. This is also passing around 0, comma 0. But the slope is zero. There is always a line, right? At any point, like this point. So there must be infinity line passing from like this point also, like this line also passing from this line also. But this line must be passing any point, right? Any point on the graph.
Yeah, that is fine. So as per the definition which I have learned so far, like all the lines that is parallel to y-axis, they have it undefined, right?
No, no, no.
Slope is undefined,
Yeah, that slope is undefined.
right? So how can we identify like which is vertical and which is like horizontal in the points? Like let's take second example minus 100 0.5, right? X is minus 100,
Yeah,
so that will lie somewhere around the end of the. You can draw any graph,
yeah.
right? So that will
So
lie in the left side, right? End of
and
the
point five, right? Let's say here is point five. Here is a minus 100 and no, I think so minus
no
100.
minus
Okay,
100
okay,
will
okay,
be left side, right?
okay, 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 okay. So minus 100 will be this side. So this
Yeah,
is a minus 100, and we have to draw at point five, right? This is a point
yeah.
five, right?
Just like above, like few millimeters above, that will be 0.5, right? So
Yeah.
how can we identify this is a like horizontal or vertical line?
So that's depend on us. So at any point, you can draw infinity many lines in any direction. You can also
Yeah,
draw like this.
that was the only confusion.
Yeah, you can.
If you can explain me,
Okay.
because you are taking it as a okay, that's a like horizontal line. If
Yeah.
I take as a vertical line, then that the answer will be wrong.
Yeah,
So how
because
can
in
If
the
it is a
because
vertical line, then the slope will not be zero, right?
yeah,
yeah, that's why. So in that case, like if it is a vertical line, then how like the answer is
then slope is I think so the slope is infinity, right? So if it's given at the vertical line is just which makes a angle 90 degree with this, right? So this is a
Yeah,
vertical
I
line.
understand. I understand the vertical and horizontal line. That's
Okay, okay,
totally
okay,
fine.
okay, okay, okay.
But here the question is asking which of the following lines have a slope zero. So how can anybody say, or maybe you can prove it that it's a vertical line or it's a horizontal line?
Oh,
Anybody else, like if you know the answer, also can please speak.
okay.
Because I've asked to my previous mentor, also he was not able to answer me properly.
No, actually, they have asked
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah, you can
what
speak.
are the lines of slope zero pass. They have asked the points.
Okay, if you have asked that slope is infinity, or maybe it makes a 90 degree with it, it's a vertical line. So it's also every point. So at every point it must passes, right? There are infinity vertical lines. So like here in this case, infinitely
Exactly.
horizontal line. So it must every horizontal line must passes from every point, right? Every point on the graph. So you can do that. So
So
like
they were just asking about the lines which are passing through the points, which has a slope zero.
yeah,
You
they
can also say like they have the slope of 90 degree also for the same point.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But they have asked. They are just asking about the lines which have the slope zero only. So every point has both,
every
as
point
per their
has
understanding.
every point has both things. Maybe you can also draw a line from like this. So let me just go to Desmos and just see. So
Okay, so you mean to say we have to check with both the cases?
No,
So
no. Actually,
if
they
it
have asked.
satisfy one of them, then we should check the answer.
Uh, as per this question, we have to
okay,
mark all
okay.
the points.
Okay, so like as per this question, we have to see in both cases, right?
Yes, yes. See in both cases in the sense like you're also saying that we have to say like vertical line now also. No, like I am saying
Yeah,
you.
in both cases, like if we see, so
Yeah,
this
both.
answer is not true.
Like how can
Only in one case it is true, like for the horizontal lines, right?
No, no, Dalyot sir, can you plot
yes,
the points
yes,
like
yes. I'm
zero
also
comma zero?
Yeah, minus 100 and 0.5. X is
minus
minus
100
100.
and 0.5, right?
Yeah.
That's fine. Have to label. Oh, actually, it's very far. Let me just draw minus 10. Okay. So
Yeah, yeah, that's fine.
it's fine. So it's just passing from the line. Every so you can see that like a 0 comma 0 there also horizontal line exist. Like in minus 10 comma 0.5 there is also you can draw a vertical line, right?
Yeah.
So you can also draw a slope of this line, slope of 45 degree. You can also draw like this. At any point, there are infinitely many slope lines you can define, right? But horizontal line will also be there, right? At any point, like this is a point, like 5 comma 5 is point. You can also draw a vertical line, sorry, horizontal line. At here, you can also draw horizontal line. At
Like in
here,
the third option, in the x-axis it is minus 0.05 and the y is 0. So in that case, it's completely fine that yeah, it's a horizontal line because in y there is no points.
okay, okay, comma 0, right?
Yeah, minus
Priyanka.
0.05.
So horizontal line or not? Okay, okay. So you are confusing with this term. Okay. So actually, I am saying that horizontal line is line which is parallel to x-axis.
No, no, I know that horizontal line which is
So
parallel and
and
like
it's
vertical will be parallel to y-axis.
okay, okay.
I
But
am clear with the concept,
yes, yes.
but based on the points, how can we identify which is horizontal and which is vertical? I have
No,
to
no.
Okay,
take
okay. Oh, yeah, yeah. I'm getting your point. This is not a like we are drawing not a line. So for drawing a line, we need 2 points. Okay. So if only one point is given, you can pass any line from it. Like only this
Yeah,
point
that's
is.
what I'm saying.
Yeah, this is I am telling you, right? If there are 2 points given, then you can define its direction, right? Then you can if one point is here, one point is here, then this is must be line. If one point is here, then it's a vertical line. There's a one point is here and here. You can draw then line. If one point is they are asking for only one point. If there are in the options, two options are given, like 0 comma 0 as well as minus 100 comma 0.5. Is this a horizontal line? So you should say no. This is not a horizontal line because it's something like y is zero point 0.5 and y is here 0. So you have it just this like this having slope like this. So this is how for defining a line. For defining its slope, you need 2 points. Okay, you can't define a line with only 1 point. If only 1 point is given, you can pass any line from it, any direction of it. Right? That's the only thing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's okay. Thank you. And
Yeah.
Ajay also said like the good thing that here we can also take like two conclusions. Like it can be horizontal, it can be vertical.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that also like is a satisfactory answer. Also, yeah. Thank you, the Lyud sir, and
Okay. Okay.
thank you, Ajay.
Okay. Okay.
That's fine.
So so this is how you have to just interact with myself, right? Because I am not able to.
Yeah, yeah. Like actually, if we are interacting with everybody, not only like with the mentor,
Yeah.
but even with the mentees also, that also helps sometimes
Yes. Yes. That's fine.
because something which I don't understand, or maybe somebody else who has done this,
Yes. Yes. That's fine.
because it's been a long time I like studied maths and all, right? So
Okay. Okay. So it's been
you
10.
guys are
Okay. It's been 10 plus years, right?
more than guys. Like I did my 12th in 2005,
Okay.
and that was like 10th in I studied maths in 2003. It's been 20 years,
Okay. Okay. Okay.
and in the BSc IT there was nothing like maths. Then
Okay.
MBA, a bit was there, but not much. Then
Okay. Okay.
like almost 15 years into job.
Okay. So because I also encourage to everyone to look at TA sessions which are like on every day, right? So here you have to attend every session I do. You have to just speak, right? Just
Hmm.
attendance. That's how you make it.
Because of time constraints only, we are not attending. Otherwise,
Yeah,
we will
that's the only
attend.
problem. Like
Okay, okay.
every TA sessions, like not everybody is able to attend just
No,
because
no.
of the time
I think
constraints.
so. Like TA sessions are already on Sunday also, and they just you can just devote your 15 minutes. Then you can ask your doubts there also. Okay. So if you
Yeah,
are,
I do sometimes.
yeah,
I ask my doubts like in the
but
beginning of the session,
yeah, but
and then I drop off.
lectures are like very concise. I think so. Like Madhav Mukund sir is very teaching very concise topics in like 5 to 10 minutes. They just teach one topic, right? Or two or three topics. So they are very good. Like so, you have to watch lectures given by IITM. That's very helpful. But sometime,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, sometime if you have confusion, then you can maybe activity questions are there only confusion. Lectures are very I think so fine for maths one particularly.
yeah, yeah. So like for that mentor session, that group, I have already mentioned to my previous mentor. Hope you have seen my message,
Yes, yes.
and you please like please add me like to this group
Okay,
and
okay, okay.
send me the invitations update so that I can get the notifications on my calendar.
No, I will just already I think so. I don't mention you in the calendar. I will just mention it after that. Okay.
Okay, okay.
You will get mail of every event. Okay, happening. Like tomorrow Sunday, I have to decide for all of you, right? What time you are comfortable, right?
I'm
So
okay with the current timings. If
okay.
anybody has any suggestions, please.
Also, I have a statistics class also because I haven't attended it
Okay.
from the starting.
Which time? Okay. Which time?
This
Yeah.
they have planned for 7 to 9 session.
7 to 9 in the evening. Okay, in the morning, right?
Morning.
So why you don't able to like? There's no. I think so. There's no clash now. The stat and maths one.
Yeah, that is no clash I'm saying. But
So
Sunday, I think we have both. We
Sunday, I think.
scheduled it on Sunday.
So I will just make a poll, and you have to just do your votes. So what time is comfortable? Like 9 to 11. But 9 to 11 is there is already my very important like project work is there. So that's I have to do. So
Yeah, 9 to 11, there will be a clash like with stats because most of the stats
okay,
batch are
okay.
from 7 to 9 and
Nine.
mostly 9 to 11 also.
Okay, okay. So we will take after 11, right? That's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. For Sunday, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, Sunday.
Yeah, yeah.
Only Sunday.
Ajay, any issues you have?
yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah, I'm also fine.
That's
You can
fine.
ask the rest of the
Uh,
candidates.
Okay, I will just make a poll. Then you can just. Uh, bring you both. So now, if any question, can we go through every question? Are you able to solve it, or should we go to like graded assignments, right? So has you solved every activity question?
So it would be better if you have
Yeah, activity
solved the
question.
mock and the
Okay, okay,
how
mock.
the
Okay, okay. I will go through every questions. But like I figured it out that if we if we like discuss every topic like from beginning in the, then it becomes wasted a lot of time. So instead we have to solve the problems, right? Because it has very very big problems, like very large number
Yeah,
of problems. So we can't solve it like
like
a few.
yes, like
many
you
big
can take
problems will come in coming
mock
weeks.
questions and the qualifier term exam questions.
PYQs.
Okay, okay. So have you already all given the qualifier exam, right? Or some
Yeah, yeah. Actually, here everybody is a student actually.
okay,
I
okay,
think so. Yes.
Yeah,
okay,
because they are not like retaining to the qualifiers like the only
okay.
the students they are like giving this mentor sessions.
Yeah, yeah. Because the qualifier maybe they go for maybe they go for next term, right? So they just considered only qualify till week 4.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's fine. So, or shall we go through every activity question or graded assignment? Maybe graded assignment you can see, right, by yourself. We can refer to only grade this question. So just tell me, which of the following represent a equation of a horizontal line? That's fine, right? Shall we solve like this? Every activity question, right? That's fine, right? So just you have to just give me the answers for it. Everybody speak. Like first answer is what? How you approach the question. Which of the following represent a equation of horizontal line? What's a horizontal line? When y equals 0 or x equal to,
yeah. This one will be the horizontal line because y is zero
yeah,
and x will be any number.
yeah, means a horizontal line mean it is a parallel to x-axis. So any line is parallel to x-axis. We have to make y any point, right? Y may be 1, y may be 2. We have
Yeah.
to
Why?
fix y. We have to fix y. So it is the same thing, right? Passing through the point minus 2 and 0, right? Also means y is 0, but it's a parallel to x-axis. It's a horizontal line means y can be any constant, but here y must be 0 to pass from this particular point. So y must be 0. This can't be answer. Y minus 2 is can't be our answer, right?
Yeah,
It's fine. The equation of line passing through the origin with slope minus 1. How you can write this?
Minus mx plus c.
Minus, sorry, mx plus c. Y equals to mx plus c. M is what?
So minus one here.
Yeah, m is minus 1. So it's also passing through the origin. So y equals to which of the following?
Minus
Yeah,
minus x.
minus x, right?
I have solved this using that point slope form. That y minus y naught is equal to m x minus x naught. So we put 0 in the origin, then we get y is equal to minus x.
Yeah, because if you don't able to look at this, you can also you have to, because it says that it pass through the origin, means at this line the 0 comma 0 must be satisfied. So here you can see 0 comma still if either its slope is minus 1, right? This is slope minus 1, right? But it does not satisfy with the passes from the origin. 0 comma 0 is not satisfied on this, only this point here which is satisfied. Fourth point is also not satisfied. First having slope 1. Okay. The equation of line passes through the origin and minus 1 comma minus 3, right? So you have to satisfy this point as well as origin. So how you approach this question? How you can define first of all its slope? So one point is 0 comma 0 and another is like a
Minus 1, minus 3 is the second.
second point. So how you
So
can
we can
define
use the
its,
slope formula, this y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1.
yeah,
So we get the slope. Then we
minus
put the,
which slope is,
so we get slope here 3 by
yeah,
putting this origin and points.
okay, okay,
And then
Three
we put
x.
then we put that like it's a bit lengthy formula, but then we put that slope in that point slope from that y minus y naught formula, then we get y is equal to 3x.
Yeah, you can do that.
There can be other ways also, but I use this way.
Yeah. Another way is just if it passes from a region, means its y-intercept is 0, c is 0. So you just need to say y equals to, you can also use this, y equals to mx plus c. But you can't use here like point, like you use y minus y naught and x naught. You put x naught and y naught as 0, right? So you should
Yeah,
not do that. So maybe here you can also put minus 1 and minus 3. Okay. But the thing you have to consider y equals to mx plus c. For here you need only slope. You can define find its slope and it's c. C is not any point. So C is the intercept. Means when y equals to 0, right?
here c is equal to 0, right?
Yeah, because here origin is 0 comma 0. So means y is 0. So maybe at y equals 0, it passes from the line, right? So it also means that it is a
No,
it
let's say for example,
c is
there are
0.
no options here, right?
Yeah.
We just have to find the answer by solving it. So like from the origin 0.0 comma 0
Hmm.
and the point minus 1 minus 3, how will we find this?
First of all, we have to find its slope, right? Which
Yeah.
is minus 3 minus 0 upon minus 1 minus 0, which is 3,
Mm.
right?
Yeah, got it.
So y equals to mx plus c. Y equals to 3x plus c. So c is what? C is a y-intercept, right?
Mm-hmm.
Y-intercept means at x equals to 0, right?
Got it, got it, got
Means
it.
here at the origin, when x is 0, so y is also 0 because line passes from origin also. It must satisfy this point also. When y is x is 0, so y is also 0. Okay. So means y 0 means this is the intercept. Okay. So I
Yeah, got
hope you
it,
got it,
got it.
right?
Yeah, the other way I got it.
Okay, okay, okay.
Understood. Indeed.
So which of the following are correct with respect to the horizontal line? I hope everybody got this point, which I have told, right? So shall we proceed further?
Yeah.
Okay. So now next is which of the following are correct with respect to the horizontal line? So anybody else who is not speak till right now? Anyone? Yes, Parthdullah and Yoga Sveta, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
So so you have to just solve the activity questions and give the answer of this, right? So which of the following are correct with respect to a horizontal line? What is a horizontal line? So how what are the like answers for it? You able to see the screen?
Yeah, yeah, the screen is visible.
Okay, okay. You all have to just I will mark your attendance if you just solve only answers, right? If you give me answers, that's the only thing.
Yeah, please share that link as well.
Which link actually?
I think there will be some link for form fillings and
Okay, okay, okay.
something
So
like that.
I will share. Okay, I will share soon.
Yeah. So here, like the horizontal line means it will be parallel to x-axis. The first option is wrong.
Uh,
Second option, the option is like the same argument which we did,
okay.
0 comma 0.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it can be horizontal or vertical.
yeah,
So
yeah.
any point of line. So that satisfies the second answer.
Yes, yes.
Third answer, the equation of horizontal line x is equal to a. That is actually not correct.
Yeah, because we can't make x as a constant, right? We can't define x because if x is constant means y is varying, right? So it is parallel to y axis. Okay,
Mhm.
so it must be y equals to constant. So x is varying, which is always parallel to the.
Yeah, so the same thing like the your answer satisfies the fourth option.
It means a is constant, y is constant, right? X
Yeah,
is varying.
yeah,
Okay, so this is horizontal line, right?
yes.
So now sixth option.
Which of the following are correct with respect to vertical lines? It's like
Opposite one.
completely
Same.
opposite.
It's vertical line. It's a parallel to x-axis, right? Is it parallel to x-axis?
No.
No, it's not parallel.
Same, the constant argument which you gave satisfies the second point.
Yeah.
Third one is the same which we discussed. And fourth one is wrong because the equation here
Question
same.
is y equals to b. Yeah, it can't be safe. You can't just make fix y and vary x. If you vary x, fix
Yeah,
y,
because here it's a vertical line, so it will be opposite.
yeah, it will be opposite, right? Yeah, that's fine. So the this is a point slope formula, and the your formula you're talking about is y minus y naught equals to m into x minus x naught. This is known as the point formula, 2 point formula, 2 point form. And point slope formula is this, where you have a slope as well as the point. Yeah, because from point you from 2 points you can define the y-intercept, right? You have a slope given, m given, and c given. Okay, so this is how you find it. So this is the formula of 2 point of equation. Actually, no. This is not a correct option. You have to figure it out. Which of the following is correct? Which is a 2 point form of equation? Yeah, you are right. You are right. This is a point slope
No,
formula.
the second option is point slope one.
Yeah. So sorry. So this is a point. So this is not a 2 point form. So now what's a two
Two
point
point form
form?
is the last one.
Yeah, because here you can you also mentioning how you define slope, because you're finding slope from 2 points, and 1 point is defining for finding a equation, right?
Yeah. So
So
yeah, wherever like there is a m, so we can see that there is a like some kind of slope is there.
yes, yes.
Just like in the first option.
M is already y2 minus y1 upon
Yeah, yeah.
just the different forms. So is it fine? Like the equation of horizontal line can be x equal to 0. Is it fine?
No.
No, it's not fine because x can't be a constant. Y have to be
Y
constant
should be constant for this
and x to be vary for being to
yeah,
horizontal line, right?
and the opposite for the vertical.
So that's fine, right? I think so. Other option is correct or not? First option. The equation of line in a point slope format, 2 points can be converted. Yeah, it can be converted to be like this. We can, because m is this. Can you convert from this to this? How you can convert from this to that? Here you have given that let's first of all discuss this point. Y minus y naught equals to m into x minus x naught. So can you represent it in this form? Y equals to mx, y equals to mx plus c. In any way you can represent. Just tell me how you can represent y equals to mx plus c.
So this y2 minus y1 we can write as m.
No. Y2 minus y1. No, I am talking about the second option. Okay. So how you can represent this to this? Means they are asking in the first option, they're asking
Mhm.
like the equation of the line in a point slope form. It's a point slope form, second option, right? And the 2 point form. First of all, let's talk about point slope form, because 2 point slope is just when you put this equals to m, right?
Mhm.
So no difference. So you have to just solve for the first one, right? So how you can represent to this, the y equals to mx plus c? How you can you represent like this? Is there any way you can solve this?
Looked a bit complicated.
Complicated. Okay. So you can do just write just like this, y minus y naught into mx, right? Mx minus mx naught. So it's just looking that we can represent in some way. Y equals to mx plus y naught minus mx naught. So this is how you represent this. So this is our C, right? C is any constant, right? It's known as the y-intercept. Sorry, yeah, y-intercept, because you can see that y naught minus mx naught is also known as, so y naught and x naught is any point, right? Which means it's actually known as the y-intercept, right? So you can represent in this form, right? C is any constant, right? Just consider C is any constant, y-intercept a constant, right? It's any point where it cuts the x-axis. It means you can represent it like this also.
Yeah.
So y naught minus mx naught equals to c. So you can also represent y equals to mx plus c. So this must be satisfied. You can just somehow equate this equation to this. Okay, because it will also, y naught is also point, because you can't get at the end y only. You can get this is a constant, and m is also constant, and this is also constant. You get some value, right? That's known as the y-intercept. Okay, it's not only you get in the form of y, right? You can't represent y minus, if it's y naught is not like y is, we represent y because it's any point, it's a varying. Y naught is given any point which is from which we make a line, right? So this you can represent like this. First option is also correct. So I think so all options are correct, so that's fine. Yeah, so all options are correct. So till now it's fine for all of you, right?
Yeah.
So, shall we do more questions or make it for tomorrow? No, we have time till. So you have to, we have to do it very fast. I think so. So let me go to this. You can now solve this. Okay. So are you able to solve these sum square errors?
Yeah. Some square is easy.
Easy, right? So no issue with solving this. So if any doubt, you can ask me, right? Okay.
I think for week two activity questions till now, I'm fine.
Okay. Okay. So have you all watched the tutorials?
Yeah. The additional one I didn't watch.
Okay. So you have also have to do this because it's considered for bonus marks. Okay, practice assignment
Hmm.
is after.
Before 3rd December.
Yeah, you also have to complete till week 8 if you want bonus marks up to 10 marks maybe. They will give
So
10
right
marks
Excuse
extra.
now,
me, sir.
Yes, yes.
So actually, I reached my college now.
Okay,
So
okay.
can I leave now?
Yeah, you can leave. You can leave. Just
Thank you, sir.
our meeting is about to end. Okay.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, you may leave. So that's how for today's. I think so. We may discuss some other if anyone has doubt in solving activity question. Tomorrow we will discuss practice question and graded assignment. Okay, you have to just if any doubt in graded assignment, if anyone has, then we will discuss
for
it.
week 3, right?
Yeah, we will week three also. We will week three we will also discuss activity question. But first you have to do it by yourself. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's fine. So this is how today's section about. So I think so till late we have time. So it's up. So I hope. So I will share my form. Share the form where you have to,
Yeah, yeah,
which you
please.
have to. Okay. So you can refer to my channel, right?
Which channel?
Math Doctor. I will just